Shot. Ready. Ready. Tag. Let go. Let's go. Get up. Shut up. Ready? Here we go, here we go. Come on. Hey. Ready? Shut up! Ready? Here we go, here we go! Shut up! Come on, set! Shut up!
It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we're watching the Bison's sure-handed wide receiver. He's on the doorstep of another milestone in a great season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the Bisons and the Snowhawks on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and the world-renowned city of Louisville, Kentucky. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Snowhawks of Toronto taking on the Bisons of Louisville. Hi again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, joining you as always. And, Charles, you check out this Louisville team. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors from... "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And they're off here in Louisville. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a give right side. Alexander. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. And on now is the punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Bush. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Snowhawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
Fires the out route and completes it to Harris.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw here. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
They'll look to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They're going to look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's Alexander. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
When you look at this defense,
they come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Snowhawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense.
The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
On play action, they'll throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete. But you look at this defense.
They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Finding room at midfield.
And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Alexander.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Right back to him on 1st down.
Brought down at the 20.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 8. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Boyd, oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. And his kick is indeed good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Ball start, offense.
That was a third and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch singled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
So here's Louisville set to take over on offense.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2nd and 9.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start, offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes him back to where they started. 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, able to avoid him. And he ran right through 1 tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Complete here. It's high. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Up the middle they go. It's Alexander. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in this second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bush. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Bush. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
2nd down and 4.
Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. The Riverhogs trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. The Shamrocks trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic. See what's happening over in London. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Mounties locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain of 32 that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Alexander. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
The 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get... And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out.
And the Bisons have cut it back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that drive in total 8 plays.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They'll keep it on the ground. Knowles trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Back to throw here.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. Touchdown! A big play there. 43 yards.
And the Snowhawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Point after here coming up. And the lead is up to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give right side. It's Alexander.
75 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Alexander. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. On 1st down, Thor, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Knowles. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, now this from 43. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll find Hall. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a give right side. Alexander. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he stopped immediately there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
And he is going to have a 1st down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
So it's our visitors that come away with a victory here, and it was thanks in part to their man under center, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for Toronto,
the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final